Fans, hold on to this. Joelinton just dropped a statement that's going to make everyone sit up and think, this team is way better than it was 2 years ago. Yes, you heard that right. Newcastle has learned from past mistakes and now promises to step onto the pitch even stronger. I'm Rodrigo, and you're watching Newcastle Mania, the channel made by fans for fans, and for everyone who's madly passionate about Newcastle United. Blink and you missed it. Newcastle is making headlines everywhere. But before we get to Joelinton's big news, we've got 2 other important updates about our team that you need to know. But first, just a quick word. If you love Newcastle and want to keep up with everything happening at our club, hit that subscribe button now. It costs nothing, it helps a ton, and it makes a huge difference for the growth of our black and white community. Let's get straight to it, fans. Joelinton isn't just talking, he's showing confidence. Newcastle is more prepared, more experienced, and with a much stronger squad than 2 years ago. And that could make all the difference this season. In an interview with the Chronicle, Joelinton spoke with that confidence we all love to see. He said, "We've always tried to learn, and we've done that over the past 2 years. Even when we suffer a defeat, we learn and take something from it. With wins, it's the same. This team has grown compared to 2 years ago, and we are a much better team now. The starting 11 has always been good, but we know we have quality in the squad and experience." Look at the message behind our idol's words. He's not just talking for the sake of it. He's highlighting that every mistake, every defeat, every slip-up Newcastle has had has been used as a learning opportunity. And that's key. Joelinton emphasizes that the growth isn't just in the starting 11, but across the whole squad, those coming off the bench, training hard, supporting the team at critical moments. He also points out something very important, the squad's experience. Newcastle is no longer a team that gets lost in European challenges or under Premier League pressure. Now, with players used to performing at a high level, everyone knows their role, how to support the group, and how to stay calm when the game gets tough. And of course, Joelinton doesn't hide his confidence in the group's talent. He believes that the mix of promising young players and experienced veterans will allow Newcastle to face any opponent. Whether it's in the Champions League, where every detail counts, or the Premier League, with its intense pace and unpredictable matches, he assures that this squad has the quality to overcome the challenges this season. Here's the message for us fans. This is a team that has learned, that has evolved, and that now steps onto the pitch with the mindset that every game is an opportunity to show growth, strength, and unity. Joelinton isn't just talking about football. He's talking about a winning mentality, about the Newcastle we all want to see dominating again, making history, and proving they've learned from past mistakes. And of course, the fans didn't let this go unnoticed. Across social media, the conversation about Newcastle's squad strength has already exploded. Tweets, posts, stories, the Magpies are talking about how the team has evolved. There's everything from funny memes, comparisons with previous seasons, to genuine praise for the squad's depth and talent. Lots of fans are pointing out that finally, the club seems to have learned from past mistakes, especially that season when the Champions League and the heavy schedule ended up overloading the squad. Now, the feeling is pride. Every summer signing, every young player who has stepped up, every veteran bringing experience, is being noticed and appreciated. The debates are heating up too. Fans are discussing who's adapting best, who deserves more minutes, and how the team can use all this quality to shine in the Premier League and Champions League. It's that mix of tactical analysis and pure emotion from people who live and breathe every moment of Newcastle. And it doesn't stop there. Some fans even look back at past seasons, comparing the slip-ups and saying, "Look how we've learned." This kind of engagement shows that the supporters are more attentive, more involved, and ready to back the team, but also to call them out when things don't go as expected. So the message is clear. The fans are happy, confident, and proud of the club's growth. They've noticed that Newcastle is no longer that naive team from before. Now, every step on the pitch is watched closely, every victory is celebrated, and every defeat becomes a lesson. And all of this builds even more positive energy that will push the team forward this season. Fans, hold on to this. Joelinton is brimming with confidence for a reason. Just look back at the 2023-24 season. Newcastle went through a real test of endurance. Between injuries and a lack of preparation for the European schedule, the team suffered like never before, a staggering 1,950 days lost to physical problems. An eye-opening number that made it clear to everyone the club needed to change how it looked after its players. And that's where the big backstage turnaround comes in. Eddie Howe, realizing the old ways wouldn't cut it anymore, introduced strategic changes in training, recovery, and squad management. To reinforce this transformation, James Bunce joined as performance director with a clear mission: organize and manage the team's workload, balancing training, matches, and rest. The difference was immediate, not just physically, but also in the team's collective performance on the pitch. Today, Newcastle is far better prepared. The squad isn't just stronger in numbers, it's smarter in how it handles the season. Every player knows when to push, when to conserve energy, and the team can maintain intensity even through tough stretches in the Premier League and the Champions League. This structural change explains Joelinton's confidence and shows that Newcastle is no longer the side caught off guard by its own European ambitions. In other words, the club learned from past mistakes, adjusted internal processes, and built a solid foundation so the squad can handle all competitions without losing rhythm or burning out. And that's exactly what makes the difference when the season heats up. Newcastle hasn't been idle this summer either. They made some significant moves in the transfer market. 6 new players arrived to strengthen almost every part of the team. 2 forwards to boost attacking options, a winger bringing pace and creativity, a midfielder to control the middle of the park, a defender to add solidity at the back, and even a goalkeeper, providing extra security between the posts. Nick Woltmade, in particular, has really stood out from the start. The young forward has stepped in with energy and confidence, showing that Newcastle remains strong even after Alexander Isak's departure. He's exactly the kind of player that gives the fans hope. The attack can be just as dangerous as before, maintaining internal competition and helping the team to attack with more variety. At the other end, in defense, Malik Thiaw has quickly become a key figure. He hasn't just strengthened the back line, he's also brought stability for how to work with confidence, knowing the defense is solid. With Thiaw, the team can maintain intensity in games and deal with top-level opponents, crucial both in the Premier League and the Champions League. These signings aren't just numbers on paper. They change the team's dynamics, boost the confidence of experienced players like Joelinton, and give how more strategic options to adjust the team for each challenge. The message is clear. Newcastle has not only learned from past mistakes, but is also preparing intelligently to achieve even better results this season. Compare this with other clubs who struggled at the start of their European journeys, and Newcastle is on a similar path to teams that learned quickly and came back stronger. Joelinton and Howe are showing that it's possible to turn defeats into lessons and build a resilient squad, something not every club manages to do. What does this mean for the future? A stronger Newcastle, with options on the bench, ready to handle the packed Premier League and Champions League schedule. If the team can maintain consistency, they might even surprise those who think Newcastle is still behind the rivals. Fans, the message is clear. This team has learned from its mistakes, grown, and is ready to show its true potential. Joelinton believes in it, and we can too. The Newcastle coming up isn't naive anymore. It's experienced, determined, and more dangerous than ever. So there you have it, fans. A season full of challenges, but with a stronger squad, confident players, and a passionate fan base ready to support. Now, I want to know what you think. Do you believe this Newcastle can show all this growth in the Premier League and Champions League? Comment down below with your thoughts. I want to see what you reckon. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and join this fanbase that never abandons Newcastle. See you in the next video, fans. Ho away the lads!